Alpha Bravo from 207.
13 miles. Fox 1.
Oh, Jesus.
Copy both flags.
Running a dedicated DCS server can be complex, time-consuming, and expensive. And after all that effort, you still might not get the smooth, seamless experience you're looking for. That's why virtual pilots and virtual squadrons choose MasterArm as a ready-for-immediate-use solution and for peak efficiency. With low latency, high stability, and uncompromising performance, MasterArm ensures that every maneuver, every decision, and every shot counts. Stay mission ready. Fly with confidence. MasterArm has your six. Get your server at www.masterarm.de. استراحة الآن.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. 81 Banana again here at This is World Iran, and I am very glad that I can bring you the third match of SATAC Tournament 2025, which is not live. I mean, I'm live, I'm streaming live, but the match is not live. The match has taken place, but because of the schedule and so on, we were not able to bring that in English language to you, and been streamed in Chinese, I believe. And for the sake of completeness, that we have the record on the SATAC the YouTube channel for the future, and also for the sake of people who would love to listen and watch the stream in English, we thought it would be maybe good to just bring that again. Let me see, I have a ticker running here which is not okay, so yeah, okay, so got rid of that. Perfect. So what we have here, as I said, third place match, and this is between ETF and Gryphon Squadron. This is a best of 5. And we are for sure in the knockout, and the loser is going to be the 4th place, and the winner is going to take the 3rd place. This way, it is an important match, and two very, very good teams have reached this stage. It's going to be very close. I know some of you guys are aware of the result of the match. But to be honest, I just took a look and know what it is, but I didn't watch it. Nevertheless, I think it is very, interesting to see how it went. The result is something, the match is something else, and I wanted to watch it. So I thought, while I'm watching this, stream it too, so you guys have also chance to watch it together with me, and also interact and chat with each other, and hopefully have a good time. Good. So I'm streaming from track files, so we can actually fast forward and start the track files from where we want. But I thought we watched the first track file or first round in the old live fashion, and spend a little bit of time on introducing both teams, and then we're gonna keep the breaks short and start the other rounds faster. So let's go and introduce the red side and watch the blue side taking off. Red is taxiing, so Cygnus Panes in F-16 is joining Shagrem, Yays, Luigi. I missed Yays in the other match versus 45th. I'm happy that he's here. It's one of good pilots. I always have fun watching him fly. Money and Maximus. If I not wrong, Maximus is gonna be a leading role here, as also a leader of the squadron. I know some of these guys. I think the only one who I haven't had is Money, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a new call sign. Maybe I know him. I have no idea. So 2, 4, 6 people are here on this side. We have a mix of F-16 and J-11s. You see here, 2 J-11s in the front line, and then we move over to the blue side. At any point of time, they will start rolling and take off, and then the match is officially started. Here on the ETF side, surprisingly, only Jeff, Breeze and Anku, followed by Lasky, Electroball, and Dizzy and Aspen. I'm missing Riker. So Anku is flying wing to wing on Breeze side today, and we're gonna watch these guys taking off. So let me get rid of the labels. We don't need it. And a little bit music, maybe. And you let me if everything is fine for you guys. Sounds good. Mic, game, and music, let me know. And we wait for the countdown. You can read the chat retrospectively. There's not a track file, so we don't know what's going on, but both teams need to declare ready so that the streamer, the original streamer, counts down. As I said, we are streaming from track file, so we are not completely live. There is no delay from my side with regards to the stream, so what I stream is there. It's different than when we stream live matches. We usually have more than 1 minute delay between the streamer and what you see, but nevertheless we have maybe 4 or 5 seconds of delay because of the travel time between my client, YouTube server, and then also your client. So bear with me, a couple of second delays there, but it's not intentionally. So these teams have come a long way. They went through the group stage, and then they were in the knockout stage, and they have reached the third place match exactly, just because they just lost their last match, and then the other two guys, two teams were in Sky and 104, who just reached final. There was an incident that I'm not talking about in this stream, so there was a swap of teams for a final match, and 104th just replaced other team and faced in Sky. You probably know the result, and this is, as I said, the third place match, so it's also important. So I have no idea why these guys are still waiting. Some problem on the red side, maybe. Here we go. Okay, I think they're gonna start now, so I should have waited another 5 seconds on the other side. Don't worry, we catch it. So please let me know if the game sound is okay, if you see the engines, or is it too low? Okay, should be better now, maybe. Okay, ETF is taken off. There's a blue team. I like the DCS graphics much more than before. Everything is more detailed, not only the vegetation here, but also the buildings, especially when you use VR to fly, then you notice that, and I really love it. I used to fly for maybe an hour or so, and then my eyes start aching, and the strain was too big. But since month, I can fly for hours with 6K of resolution and total eyes, both eyes, and very good FPS. And I really enjoy it. If you have ever thought, I wait till DCS is VR ready, I would say this is a time. Okay, you need a good graphics card for this, but I believe the time has come. If you have tried VR in the past, I said no, the resolution is not that good. I wait till the technology is mature. I think the distance between monitor and VR headset is getting smaller and smaller, and the quality of the picture that you get is somehow as good as monitor at the moment. But you see the graphics, the clouds and everything. When I look back to the version 1.5, there's a huge jump between them. So let's do what these guys are doing. Hi Dada, welcome to the match. Today we're doing that in English just because the audience is like this, and organizer has asked us or me to do so, so bear with us. Okay, so here on the ETF side we have two guys going left in a separation, two guys going live also right and also separation, and then we have two central Jeffs, Dizzy, and I think Aspen in quite close formation. On the other side we have Gryphon flying towards the combat zone in a what is this? Somebody's still there? No. Luigi's here. Luigi is flying backwards. Why? I have no idea. But Luigi is not burning, taking his time, going backwards, consuming fuel and money, and Maximus building the left flank, and Yays, Chagram, I hope I pronounced it correctly, and Signos Parnes are traveling on the right flank. Yep. That I have just promised to stream as many matches as possible in Farsi, but it is always the case when we have another streamer taking the English version, and then I can do parallel in Farsi, but I have never forgotten the promise that I made, so probably we see more and more of that coming. So enough explanation. Anku is going to be the first one who's getting into the combat zone. For people who are maybe watching this for the first time, or just tuned in by chance and don't know what's DCS is, this is a flight simulator, military flight simulator, and there are lots of tournaments around it. One of them, and the biggest one so far, is SATAC, and here teams consisting of 6 flying pilots face each other in an air-to-air combat. they need to get into a so-called combat zone that you see here is the green circle. Once they're in the green circle, they need to stay there till everyone from the other side is down. When they pass the green circle, they get a warning, and they have time between the green and the red circle to turn back into the circle, otherwise they explode. Or in some cases, when they can go out but they cannot come back, and when they're outside the combat zone and the other team is inside it, and they keep the control of the bubble for 5 minutes, then they are going to be the winner of that round. This is the best of 5, so they need each team needs to win 3 of these rounds to take the victory home. We're going to see how they do this. Okay, yeah. Yays and Luigi are still outside the bubble. So the thing is, the rule says when the first guy from your squadron enters the bubble, you have 10 minutes time to get into that. Otherwise, you explode while you're getting into the bubble. So Luigi and Yays have a couple of minutes to get into the bubble. So they have a 2-ship at the tip of the spear on each side, followed by someone who is covering them. J-11s are here in the front line, F-16 follows, and here is the F-16 flown by Yays at shock rims and Signoparnis trail, flying very high, these guys. Maximus is over 40 angels and burning all the way in. No tanks here. 4 SD-10s, 2 Alamos, and 2 heat seekers. They have made the choice, probably because the other side is utilizing SD-10. As you see here, for example, Anko has 4 SD-10s and 2 PL5s. So it is a bit more aggressive than AMRAAM is. So these J-11s will make sure that the kind of somehow balance is there with regards to the firepower of the missiles. Okay, Luigi is in the bubble, Yays is in the bubble, so 6 red and 6 blue in the bubble. The battle area is contested. Might the best one win? Who's gonna fire the first one? Maximum and money are very, very high, so probably they're gonna fire very soon, or just fake a shot and try to pull a missile from the other side. I didn't see any pods on JF-17s, so probably they don't see if they have fired or not, but the other side doesn't know that. They don't know if they have targeting pods with them and vice versa, but nevertheless, it can be effective. They go low, but they fly into enemy's direction to get land. You see here, Gryphon is closer, a little bit closer to the front line, which goes through the bullseye. Less compact, they're much more separated, and ETF is the more compact team. Very careful, both of them. It's a very, very important match. And this is the first round. And they want to make sure that they're not getting surprised negatively. Okay, nobody is chasing. Here we have Electroball. Just flying smoothly, not burning. Look at those clouds. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful graphics. DCS delivers us. Okay, so things are getting shape. ATF has also built two fronts, a right flank and a left flank, and we see here 120 is already fired on Breeze, and he's defending, and Electroball is giving one ST10 probably for shock rem, and then going nose down. To passively defend a possible shot from the other side. This is the SDM on Chakram. You see him somewhere. Let me see if I can activate the label. Yeah, he's good. He is good. He's here and he is good. The next ST10 from Lasky, I assume, on Cygnus Parnes, and this is also not gonna be very, very difficult for him to. And we see him there. Label helps you guys see where he is. 1.5 nautical mile. Oh, this gonna hit. This gonna hit. Yeah, we have the first casualty and his Cygnus Parnes. Gryphon 5 from the number ETF 6. Next 120 on Breeze. He has already dodged one. This is second 120 he pulls off. He just dragged into the ground. Lasky with another ST10 on Yaze. Yaze is flying directly into that. Here's a missile. It's gonna notch him. Gonna notch him or not. Nose high. Wow. He notched the missile. Well done. Kind of separated, guys. Chakra and Yaze are separated by 16 nautical miles something. Lasky tries to get in between to cut the way. Yaze turns back to him, followed by a ST10, two ST10s. The other side is quite quiet. Let's see what Yaze is doing with those ST10s, with two of them. There's coming one. The other coming the other way. See, 2.8 miles and 2.3 miles. I think he's good. I think he's good. Yes, he is. Drops the tanks. Up there is everything fine. Still, there's some missile exchanges, but like good. I think more difficult situation for Gryphon is down here. Lasky decides to leave these two guys to Electroball and Aspen and go and help Breeze and Co. to build a superior situation here up there to just maybe kill another. Luigi, Money, and Maximus are doing a perfect job keeping the threat away. Next, 120 on Breeze. He makes sure he flies low and fast and turning away from the missiles. There's the missile coming. 2.6 miles, 2.4, 2.3. And missile is slower than him. Now, kind of, yeah. And then the distance getting then closer, bigger and bigger, sorry. Okay, good. He is good. So, down here, what's happening? Two SC-10s in the air from probably both of these guys on shock rem. Yates is a little bit separated. Comes in. Sees the bandit in the eyes. 6.2 miles fire. Is it a kill for him? Yeah. He takes down the bandit. He takes down the bandit. 5 versus 5 now. Balance is there. Well done. Very well done. Shock rep. Facing Aspen. Up there. Still the same story. Anku, Breeze, and Dizzy are just keeping Money, Luigi, and Maximus busy. While Lasky and Aspen are doing their best versus Yates and Shockram. They just shackle. Yates very low. Chasing Aspen, who's also very low. They're not burning. They know they need their fuel. They only burn what they need when they want to fire a missile. Now, he decides to go for Lasky. Lasky is higher than him. Does he see him? Probably yes. And now both of them has a chance to pull the trigger on the other one. Wow, look at that missile. What a turn had that missile. And I think the other missile from Shockrim killed Lasky. Aspen alone. Yates need to cut the way so that Aspen is not able to join his guys. And here up there is still one friendly fire. Maximus takes down Money. Money is taking down my Maximus. A friendly kill. Oh wow, again 2 versus 2. Breeze on Maximus, both SD10 in exchange. Let's watch Breeze. Where's the missile? I can see it. I can see the missile. I'm so bad in camera. That's fine. The missile is evaded. And then you also lost one guy here. Up here. Oh my goodness. Anku and Breeze versus 1. And here Aspen versus 2. So exactly the other situation. Here we have a blue versus 2 reds. And up there we have 1 red versus 2 blues. Oh yeah. Breeze on Luigi. Let's stay with them. 4.6 miles. Breeze is very, very patient here. Now, he fires on the target while he is in front of the hill. Why is not going low? Why Luigi were flying so high as he had the RWR? 3 blues versus 2 reds. Yays and Chakram. Aspen tries to just join Anko and Breeze. And Yays, the best thing Yays can do is to just cut their way. But probably they don't see this guy coming. When you fly so low, you have a lot ATC, GCI, who tells them where the enemy is. But when the enemy is so low, there is no line of sight between AVAX and this guy, so the GCI cannot see him. We don't have air, let's say air to air, or let's say fighter to fighter data link between AVAX and the fighters. The fighters can do data link between each other, but not to AVAX. So the only one who receives data from AVAX is the GCI, is the ground GCI. Oh, isn't it for the friendly? Is it for the friendly? Oh, is it for Aspen? No. No, it's not for friendly. Okay. 2 versus 2. Breeze on Yays! And Yays manages to evade that missile. Isn't it sick? This is unbelievable. How did he manage to do so? It is freaking unbelievable. Now we have this 1v1 close engagement. Let's call it dogfight. Yays versus Breeze. Yays in F-16, Breeze in JF-17, and you know JF-17 is not the best dogfighter. Half of a MiG-29 versus F-16. But look at that. He manages to get his 6. Unbelievable. Is this the pilot or is this the plane? We stay with these guys. Here we go. Breeze tries to pull a little bit of angle of attack. He needs to save fuel at the same time. He can't chase an F-16. F-16 is faster. And probably you want to go on land after you have gunned down your opponent. So fuel is very important. Anku was just victorious in his one-to-one engagement and fires an ST-10 on Yays. Yays needs to defend that ST-10 and is not able to do so. Oh, wow. We can watch the TAC view if you like, while these guys go back and land. So let me bring up the TAC view. So this is the round 1 TAC view. Those are the first missiles who were fired. Long time, nothing special happened. I can do fast forward. Easy with a long shot. The first 120 Charlie, which was dodged by Breeze. Lateral ball on Sakram. Breeze on Luigi probably, who's flying high and the back row. He did a great job dodging that missile from the high altitude. And here at some point we lost Signal Parnas. He was just flying into the missile and got the RWR warning, and it was late. And this missile came all the way from Lasky. It came I think it was Lasky. He lofts the missile. Wow, high angle, and he shoots from 32 nautical miles, and the missile goes crazy, 4 Mach, and then comes down with 2.9, 2.8 Mach. At the time of impact, it had 2.3 Mach, and you can't run away from it. Very well done, Lasky. Very well done. So, Lasky killed Wanted here. That was the notch we watched together. Look at that. Look at that notch. Ace did a great job here. Like watching, but he was also a little bit lucky. I mean, Amram is stupid at the moment, right? Okay. When it gets notched, at least he needs to fly in the same direction and not going high. But yeah. So pincer shot kind of on Yays. We saw everything here. Let's move there and see what these guys are doing. 3 versus 3. Yeah. Breeze want to make sure that Luigi is coming down. This is a second try. They always have an eye for higher flying guys. They want to make sure that they take them down. Not only because of the SA, and also because they want to take them away the firepower that they have in the high altitude. SD-10 is extremely dangerous when flies in a thin air layer. Maximus here, flying towards Lasky. Lasky fires at that moment that Maximus turns to him. And he dodges that 1.3 Mach fast missile. I don't know why Lasky turned away, didn't chase him. Maybe probably because of Luigi that was flying towards him very high. And in that moment, the lateral ball loses the duel versus Yates. So far, Lasky and Yates did great jobs. So that was good that Lasky changed side to help Aspen. And up there we have still 3 versus 3. Money on Dizzy. Dizzy down. And friendly fire. That's a pity. Was that why Gryphon lost this round? What would be if it hasn't happened and Maximus has just serpentined this missile here? It's one. So 2 airframes lost same time, and here Breeze does a great job pulling that missile into the terrain. And I think the last 30 seconds were deciding. Luigi alone here. Aspen alone on the other side. Yeah, Luigi didn't hear it. That's why he didn't go down, but you can count on IR missile from that distance. Yeah, it's very pity. And then we have a 3 versus 2 from blue perspective. Ye is one of the best pilots of this round, next to others who have also brought a good performance. Aspen tries to notch this missile, but yeah, didn't have enough time to take the best position. And here we have the merge between Yays and Breeze. Let's watch it in the real speed. Yeah, that was probably, I don't know, went for the sun. Not sure. Then F-16 versus JF-17. JF-17 is by far slower, or was slower. Now they're the same speed, kind of. Still, JF-17 even slower. Wow, look at that. How JF-17 turns into F-16. Is trying to come from high altitude. JF-17 is standing in the air, and then somebody probably gonna come and help here. Anku fires on Chakram on the other side. They're also engaged, but a little bit longer distance in comparison to Yays. Yays is an F-16, has more power. He can fly away, and both of them needs to make sure that they have enough fuel to go back to their home base. Anku did the job there and can come and help Breeze in this moment. That's what he or she is doing. Coming in. Yays is exactly flying towards him, and now recognizes somebody is coming from his 12 o'clock. But what should he do? He can't turn to Breeze. He can't turn right. He just turn his 6 to both of them. Decides to pull into Breeze. In that moment, Anku fires an SD-10 on him. He needs to defend that SD-10. Has no other option. And then this was the end. And we come exactly right in the time where these guys going for landing. One of them was probably didn't make with regards to the fuel, so Anku is the one who's gonna go and land. Okay, maybe this is a kind of track issue. Desync or whatever. Anku's in the ground. literally in the ground. Yeah, and disappears. And this is the end of round 1. So let's change the blue score to 1, and we're gonna be back, or I'm gonna be back in a couple of minutes with the second round. I need to change the track file, so I send you to a small intermission, and we're gonna see each other again here in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Running a dedicated DCS server can be complex, time-consuming, and expensive. And after all that effort, you still might not get the smooth, seamless experience you're looking for. That's why virtual pilots and virtual squadrons choose MasterArm as a ready for immediate use solution and for peak efficiency. With low latency, high stability, and uncompromising performance, MasterArm ensures that every maneuver, every decision, and every shot counts. Stay mission ready. Fly with confidence. MasterArm has your 6. Get your server at www.masterarm.de.
Okay, welcome back. This is the second round. Let me correct that. We're round 2 of 5 of the third place match of SATAC 2025. And this is your host, 81 Banana. We have watched the first round together. ETF has managed to land at its home base with one airplane. I watched the TAC view till the end and saw Breeze went down on fuel. So let's take a look. We have a change of pilot here. Koopner, a Gryphon cadet, if I'm not wrong, has replaced someone else. I'm happy that I am showing the Gryphon skin. In the first round, I think some of the pilots weren't wearing the skins, so I thought that I don't have it installed. So let's see if there is more changes with regards to the pilots or not. So Koopner, Luigi were flying the first round, Maximus and Money. The unlucky Money, who was shot down by friendly fire in the first round. And then we have Sixtus Parnes and Sakram. So the only changes here, Koopner, and I am not sure who he has replaced. Let me see if I can remember that. Who was it? Let me just check. It was Yace. I'm missing Yace probably here. Am I right? You're missing Yace. Even though he's doing very well, okay, should have a different reason. And now we have B Spars in JF-17. Whom has he replaced? Aspen, Dizzy. Do we have Electroball? Yes, Lasky, Breeze. And who's the other guy? Need to think again. That was Anku, I believe. Could it be? Do we have Anku here? No. No. So Anku. B Spars came in for Anku. Okay. So Gryphon is doing the same formation here. Guys, is satellite template better for you to see and recognize who's who? Let me know, or shall I go back to alternative? And yeah, ETF is doing also the same. So no tactical changes. They're following the same strategy probably. And see how the second round is going to be. For you who has joined the stream, this is a replay. We are not live. The match has taken place last weekend, and we didn't weren't able to stream that live in English. You know that all the SATAC matches are getting streamed. And we uploaded the ones I stream remains here on my YouTube, but I also send it over to SATAC YouTube channel. So when you look up SATAC, you will find the channel, and you can see all the matches, because different streamers are doing this, and we send it all to that channel, so that you're able to see every single match of every season there. And that's why I'm doing this in a replay, so we have the complete record of this year's streams. So in the meanwhile, both teams are in the bubble. Once you are in the bubble, there is no way out. Luigi and Kupner, please forgive me if I'm pronouncing your names wrongly, are still getting into the combat zone, and it's the same for Aspen and who is it? I think it is the Dizzy. Yeah, Dizzy and Aspen. We are flying. Okay. Now my interesting. My keyboard doesn't want to act. Should it be now? No. Go in. Yeah. Strange. Things happens always when you stream. Whole time everything is working well. This is Dizzy, and this is Aspen. Do you like the labels, or shall I turn off the labels? Let me know. It helps a lot to recognize who's who. And we have this advantage when we do a replay stream. While we're flying, it's not possible. Otherwise, it's also visible to the flying pilots. So, Luigi is the last guy getting into the combat zone. Yeah, so far they're following same pattern as of round one. Kupner support in Cygnus Barnes and Chakram. Flying bit higher. And a bit back, about 8 point something miles away from Chakram, and 6.7 miles behind Cygnus Parnas. He is flying 46,000. Money is the first one who fires a missile in this round. Money is firing one on Breeze, I believe. He just fired this R-27, and this is for Breeze, I believe. Breeze is going down. You see the contrail, and we see R27 is going nowhere. Was that for Breeze? I'm not sure. Or was it for Dizzy? I believe it was for Dizzy. Yeah. Yeah, but flying probably out of battery and not doing anything. Up there, we got an SD10 Alpha on Koopner. Let's see, what is he doing? He's reacting very late to that. Very late. Yeah. He reacted very late to that higher flying missile, and he was at 46,000 feet as he started to split S to save his life or her life. Oh wow. Oh wait. I have no idea what's happened to Yays. Probably more experienced pilot to get caught or surprised by such a missile. Nevertheless, can happen to anyone. One moment of not being concentrated enough, and this happens. AIM 120 R27s from Money, Luigi, and Maximus. They push. Gryphon is a bit more spending at the moment. Dizzy, B-Spars, and Aspen are having a good time in the back row, while Lasky, Electroball, and Breeze are keeping in the front line. And here Gryphon is spending missiles. Oh, this was quite in Chakram's face how he did manage to get away from it. So from quite the same distance shot, but you see how aggressive SD10 is in comparison to AIM 120. It is faster, even though it's heavier. It's heavier because it has more fuel. I mean, it has more fuel, it flies longer and burns longer. And nevertheless, not a factor. Okay, still 6 versus 5 from the red perspective. Lasky very, very close to Chakram. Where is Chakram? Somewhere here should be. Why is he flaring? Ah, because these guys fired on him or her. Wow. He just pulled 2 AIM 120s from these guys. They didn't communicate well. Let's say one of those 120s for sure. They are less than the other side. And Luigi seems also to be a cadet. It doesn't mean that not as good, but it shows at least that it's maybe a new pilot to the team. Some teams flying with cadets that they are not, let's say, mark them, so we don't know. But I love it when the squad leads trust the younger pilots or newly joined pilots and let them get into the matches and collect experience. Lasky on Money with their SD10 and Maximus on B-Spars with the same missiles. Money is in a good position to notch it, but decide to go and dodge the missile instead of crossing the notch. And let's see if the missile is aggressive enough to reach out and touch him. No, no way. No. Too slow now. Pulling up money and the missile is tired of following. Look, ETF has passed the center line and center point and is all in Gryphon's gland, where Chagrin fires an M120 on already cold Lasky. This missile is also dead. Money again pulls another ST-10 off from ETF. Aspen fires on a cold target. I don't think that this is a problem for Chagrin. Dodge that missile. Yes. The missile is getting closer, but soon is out of juice, and Chagrin is down there and doing a perfect job. Out intercept the missile. Still no more casualties. The only one was the long and high altitude shot. And here the ST-10 for electro ball. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Well done. Well done. It's not really easy to notch a ST-10. So what does these guys have? They have still enough missiles, but no external tanks. So ETF are not that let's say large with regard to firing missiles. They're firing from a closer distance. And the next one is Maximus dealing with the ST-10 here. This is the ST-10, 2 miles away, 1.8, 1.75, 1.3, 1.2, and 1 mile, 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, and not coming anymore. Well done, Maximus. Ooh, what is the missile state? 1 ST-10. 1 R-27 and 2 IR seekers for Maximus. Luigi dealing with an ST-10 back and trying to get altitude. Fixed nose partners on Aspen. Aspen already kind of cold and low. He is safe. So is Lasky, even though this ST-10 gonna be a bit more aggressive than that AMRAAM, but I don't think that Lasky is in danger. Yeah, already pulled the ST-10 into the bushes. Okay, money can move something here. If he sees Breeze coming and shoots at him from the right distance, he doesn't do that. Instead of that, decides to get back because he knows if he chase Breeze, then these guys gonna flank him from the right side. So leave the scene to Maximus and Luigi, who's coming to cover him. And then now we need to see how Maximus is dealing with this ST-10. Look at that. 2 miles, 1.5 nautical mile. He needs to pull a little bit of G. He needs to serpentine. He needs to do better. 0.7, 0.6, and he is good. Well done. Perfectly done. Oh. No, I thought we lost signal partners. It's still 5 versus 6 from blue perspective. Missiles everywhere now. Distances are close. Missiles are flying everywhere. Hey Alpha, thanks for being here. Yeah, I know I can fast forward, but it's gonna take away this the feeling of watching this live just because of the future watches. Breeze. Oh, Breeze is down by Maximus. And another one has fallen also from the ATF side. So we have 5 blues versus 4 reds. Chagram, ooh, is gonna make it or not? No. He needs to pull a little bit more G. Why he didn't that, I don't know. Money on Lasky. Oh, wow. Is it? Come on. Why turning away? They didn't see Lasky? They weren't line of sighted? Now he needs to get away from that ST10, which is coming high, and these guys don't pull G's. They just fly in one direction, and it's sometimes not enough to defend against a fast ST10. Maximus and Dizzy down here, and this is Dizzy who is quicker. Now Maximus needs to do something, pulls the missile into the ground. Maximus on Dizzy. Wow. Are they gonna merge? No. Takes down Dizzy. Goes for the next. Oops. What did I do? Goes for the next. Lasky. On signal partner's shoulder. 4.7 miles away. Push into burn. But you see, the distance is getting closer and closer because F-16 is probably not burning at this moment. 4.1, 4 miles, 3.9. Here is him. 3.7. 3.3. Come on, Lasky! Signals partners is in big trouble. That shot was from 2.6 miles. Come on, Signal! Do it! Well done! Yes! And he's threatening someone else. Look at that. How crazy is this? And he gets that kill. Unbelievable. Defending one missile and pulling the trigger on someone else while the missile was fired from 2.6 nautical miles. 2.6. How crazy is that? Believable. Unbelievable. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. I'm so glad I'm streaming this because I wanted to see this match and I thought I do it while I'm watching it. I stream it and I can watch it together with you, and I'm so happy. This scene was worth it. Lasky, 3.7 nautical miles away from Luigi, pulls the trigger on signal partners. Signal partners has a big danger coming. Oh, PL5 goes for flares. Unbelievable. How bad is this missile? versus flares, and then he pays Lasky back. PL5 sucks. Electro Ball. Alone versus Xenoparnis. Xenoparnis has no missiles anymore. Luigi has no missiles anymore. Electro Ball has 2 shitty PL5s. And we're gonna see what he's gonna do with that. He's kind of merged with Xenoparnis. Come on. We want to see dogfight. Xenoparnis knows that these guys have already fired if he had a better missile. Goes for flare because he knows how bad PL5 act versus flare versus countermeasures. And now again, we have another F-16 Falcon versus JF-17 dogfight. We had it in the first round, and we're gonna see it again. Oh, so 3 people are getting into each other. So F-16s have a easy thing because they know that, yeah, the gun kills. The gun kills when it hits. I just want to say there is no problems with IFF because the types are different. But yeah, wow, what a round! What a round! Wow. Oh, let's watch the TAC view. Wow, unbelievable. Wrong button, wrong button. Here we go. So, these are the first missiles. Money and Lasky spend the first. This was for either Dizzy or the AVAX or none of them and didn't track. Well, I believe it was for Dizzy, but was already kind of notched or ran out of battery. I don't know. And here, unfortunately, we just lost Kubner to that very, very long shot. It came all the way here from Lasky. Lasky lofts. Yeah, 44 miles shot. And Kubner is not flying directly into that. It's kind of 30 degrees, but then turns into the missile and then gets the RWR. He got surprised. That was his first round flying. The first round, Yays were flying for Gryphon and then got substituted by Kubner. So for a while, went like that. As you see, missile exchanges everywhere. They tried to keep each other back. Doing the grinder on Gryphon's side. They show their chasing, force the other side to fire a missile and then get back before they get into the no escape zone of the other side's missiles. Luigi has the order probably to fly back and high and fire from high altitude. ETF was doing a great job recognizing the high flying targets in the first round, and exactly the same thing is happening here. Breeze was looking at high altitude flying objects, and he is still doing the same thing. Is one of the best pilots of competitive DCS. A good shot from Electro Ball and notches a missile at the same time. Guys, this is creme de la creme. And to be honest, this could be a final match from the quality. Gryphon, a great squadron, was away from competitive for a while and is coming back after 2 years, I would say, or 2-3 years. ETF has been always delivering a constant performance, and absolute amazing what we are seeing here. And you see how 5 blues are fighting 6 reds. Money here disregards Breeze just because Dizzy and Beerspar were trying to flank him. And then here, Maximus is quite busy. Busy sent him to defend a missile and turns into money. Chagrin, great eye, see the situation, comes in, spend a missile to defend money and keep Breeze away. Luigi is aware of the situation, so let's go TAC view DCS because we have a landing scene here. And here we lost money. He was a little bit slow. And yeah, tried to notch, but the angle was not correct. Cygnus Parnis, that distance, look at that, 3.6 mile, 3.7. Lasky is not firing probably because the distance is getting bigger. And down here, that was the interaction between Maximus and Dizzy. Look at that, wow, wow. Lasky on Cygnus Parnis, Luigi on Aspen. Well done, Luigi. Well done both. And then Aspen joins Lasky, and here I believe Luigi had no real lead as he fired at aim 9, or probably didn't on cage. Lasky with a better shot, but lost in the thick air. This is exactly what I said. I thought that Cygnus Parnis got a active missile, but it was not active, so he didn't know that the missile coming probably, so he was so relaxed and was chasing his own target. And then here, this is the last. I thought it was a gunshot. It was not. It was an aim 9. So close distance. We didn't recognize that. We saw only the trace of the gun bullets. Letterbolt comes in to see if he can just save and do what's possible. Luigi tries to gun him. Unsuccessful. Six of Parnis completes the job, and then these guys go back. Luigi is still on the way back, so two people made to get back and land. So with that, because we have the first landing, I'm more than confident to give Gryphon the point. So the red score 1. ETF 1, Gryphon Squadron 1. This was the round 2. We don't wait till who is it actually in the air? Let me check. We don't wait till Luigi, the victorious cadet, lands, and I go to a short intermission. Gonna change the track files. I'm gonna be back in about 3 minutes. If you want to grab anything to eat or drink, do that in the next 3 minutes. And we're gonna be back with the third round of the match. Gryphon versus ETF. This is a third place match of the SATAC 2025 tournament. Stay with us.
Running a dedicated DCS server can be complex, time-consuming, and expensive. And after all that effort, you still might not get the smooth, seamless experience you're looking for. That's why virtual pilots and virtual squadrons choose MasterArm as a ready for immediate use solution and for peak efficiency. With low latency, high stability, and uncompromising performance, MasterArm ensures that every maneuver, every decision, and every shot counts. Stay mission ready. Fly with confidence. MasterArm has your six. Get your server at www.masterarm.de.
بقي 11 ساعة. قتل العدو. قطاع الطرق 11 ساعة. الطالب اثنين. سباشن. القاعدة انتهت المهمة والعودة إلى.
Stream is back with the third round of the third place match between ETF and Gryphon Squadron. And this is 81 Banana, and I'm pretty much happy that we're watching this together. Even though it's a replay of the last weekend match, we just cover this in English as we had no chance to do this over the weekend. So as you see, the first round, or you don't see it, but I tell you if you just joined us, the first round went to the ETF, and the second round there was a comeback of Gryphon. And as you see, the result is there so far. At the beginning of the round 3, 1 for ETF and 1 round for Gryphon. So everything is open. This is best of 5. So there are still theoretically 3 rounds maximum coming. And while I'm talking, we are witnessing the countdown and takeoff of ETF Squadron, flying the blue side this time. They came back to blue, they started blue, they went red, and they came back to the same airfield. So Anku and Breeze started first, followed by, let me tell you, Lasky and Electroball, and we have Dizzy and Aspen. I don't see a change of pilots here. I believe no changes this round for ETF. And if you were wondering what those flags are here on the tails, they're representing the countries these guys are coming from. Breeze has no as emoji somehow. And you see also the logos of the tournaments these guys have secured any places. Yellow is probably first place gold, and the other one probably silver, and the right one is maybe bronze. I'm not sure, SATAC, or is it also gold? I believe it's bronze in third place. And then you see here the Ukrainian flag, as we know, Lasky. Representative Ukraine, this is an international team, and this is beautiful. So, no changes here. I'm missing Riker tonight. Probably had no chance to fly. Let's see if we have any change of pilots or airframes on the green side. Kupner is there. No. All the same. So Ace might have a problem and will probably not coming back. So round 3, who's gonna do this? It's gonna be Gryphon or ETF. I don't know. I know the result. And because this is a replay, you're seeing that with no delay. But I don't know who's gonna win which round. But because I know how many rounds it was in total, I can guess who's gonna win this round 3, but I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen this match with Chinese commentatory and we're not aware of the result. I don't want to spoil it. And close my mouse shut. Keep my mouth shut. So yeah, I think ETF is going to be the first team in the bubble with Lasky. Same thing. None of teams is changing anything with regards to the formation and the tactics so far. This has worked once for each of them, so why shouldn't work in the following rounds? So they keep to what they have performed in the first and second round and hope that they're doing that better, and then reduce also the number of the mistakes maybe they have done, and yeah, be the winner. So Lasky is in the bubble. And with that, blue has taken control of the battle area. As soon as one of the red side comes into the battle area, it's gonna be contested. Okay, Luigi and Kupner are also joining the other guys. Luigi is not wearing skin, and didn't he have enough time to download his or her own squads? skin, or does he or she have a skin that I don't have? As far as I know, Gryphon has no customized, personalized skin. So Gryphon number 073 we see here. We take another F-16 Gryphon. Yeah, this is the board number. They can change probably, but the skins are not personalized. So I hope that it's not my fault. I apologize for that, but teams usually send the skins to us, and gonna be good if they can think of streamers whenever they bring an update, so we are able to showcase their piece of art. Same thing as we saw in the first two rounds. Breeze has partnered with Anku. Usually he flies together with Riker. Four active missiles and 2 IR seekers, paired with one MiG-29 engine. Breeze did a really good job in the dogfight scenes. Very slow flying, with high angle of attack. Okay, first missile fired in the round 3 is an R-27 by Maximus, who is dropping rapidly into the cloud layers. And this R-27 is for whom? For Dizzy. Is gonna be too far away. And no, I think it is just not tracking, because Maximus is already gone cold. I believe this should only bring Dizzy down, but probably Dizzy knows that this missile has been fired from long distance and is a R-27, and therefore not reacting to it. So we are seeing the same scenario actually. Two flanks far from each other, ETF more compact, and everyone is awaiting his moment. Our stream sounds very calm, but I bet it is much more communication and louder in the cockpits. Second R-27. They tried to take down higher flying objects with those R-27 because this may not be the most effective missiles. They're just sparrows. They're good in under 3 or 4 miles, when you're really chasing someone, but yeah. It's a matter of preference. Okay, the first SD-10 that I see comes off the rail from Lasky on Luigi, who is flying very high, and try to come down to avoid what happened to Kupner in the second round. And he is doing that very well. Still 6 versus 6. I mean, for Gryphon, it's going to be the second round in a row if they win this. And very important from the moral perspective. And we see that ETF is not that agile and aggressive as it was in the second round. I think by this time in the second round, they have passed the center line or the bullseye, and they were all in Gryphon on Gryphon's side. This time, it is not happening. They fire from the second row from high altitude on the highest target from the opposite side and force them to dive under the cloud layer. And this is going on and on. Both very patient. Now ETF is coming towards the bullseye, to the center of the engagement area. Gryphon is pretty much confident that they can divide themselves in two fronts, two flanks, two sides, and act like this. All of them quite low. Everyone is quite low, under 20,000 feet. Also here in the south. So let's see if Breeze is gonna fire something. No, he's not burning. Doesn't look like he wants to fire. No, he's going for defense. Where is he? I can't see. There he is. 3 miles. Oh, I think he's good. He's probably good, yeah. Oh, that's going to be a very, very long round. Yeah, Lasky is going to be also good. This SD-10 was flying a long distance so far. And he was also flying into kind of notch position. He's already notched, I think. So, good. Breeze. Didn't fire again. He sees that quite everyone is here not aggressive anymore. So, saves the missile and instead goes for a light serpentine to get away from that AIM 120. Yeah, so everyone is behind the center line, let's say, We just pull the center line like this. So everyone is in his own half. So Uncle, he's gonna fire anything. It's not burning. It's a sign that he's not intending to burn. He's just waiting for the other side to fire a missile and go for defense and pull that one missile. They can pull missile one by one, and then when the other side is low on missile, they can attack. Look, they're doing exactly the same thing, and this is pretty much working. F-16 knows that he can't get so close to JF-17 because of ST-10, so they try to fire from a longer distance, and ETF says, okay, either I get so close that I can hit him with my ST-10, or the distance is then long enough for me to just turn back and tire the AMRAAM. With the ST-10 is different. When they fly versus J11, then they know that they need to stay a little bit further back. And Gryphon is doing the mistake firing 120 one after another from longer distance, and this will cost them too many missiles. Let's check how many missiles F-16s still have. Mate is flying with the tanks. I believe they're empty. He is good with the missiles, has only fired one AMRAAM so far, so well done, Money. I think Luigi spent a couple of AMRAAMs. Yeah, 2. Signo has also fired 2. Chagram fired only 1. Looks much better. Still has the tanks on. And Kupner has also fired 3 so far. And let's see what Dizzy is doing with that 120 coming. Is she notching? I think Dizzy is she. I can't remember that. I hope I'm right. Great job. Great job. No casualties so far. We are, I don't know how many minutes in the round 3, and we don't even have one single casualty so far. Look, nobody wants to lose this. Oh, let me check. I am missing 1 blue. I'm talking bullshit. We're missing 1 blue. Yep. I'm not seeing in the chat. Basque, Anko, Dizzy. Oh, we're missing Breeze. Breeze is down. Oh, wow. Okay. So, this is for sure an issue when you lose your leader, but I trust that everyone else in this team is capable and has the potential to take over the leadership and guide the team. ETF needs to get closer to each other now to just compensate that one airframe they're missing. They need to get 1 kill quickly to make sure that they establish the balance again. And this is very important. For sure, the winner of the fuel fight is going to be the GF-17. in direct comparison to F-16s, and there are 4 F-16s on the red side. Maximus has 2 IRs and 1 SD10 only. Okay, we again lost one up there while I was checking something else. Now is the balance established again. You're gonna see that in TAC view. Anku from 13,000 feet altitude fires an SD10 on Kupner. This is more aggressive than the 120. So let's see if this is gonna harm Kupner or not. 1.2 nautical mile, 1.1, 1.9 soon or not. Yeah, 0.9, 0.8. No. Yeah, this is getting bigger. 1 nautical miles. Well done. Well done here. Yeah, he's good. Well done. But they make him go away. He could do some serpentine and come back earlier instead of extending that flight with the SD10. When they send them away, he can't help the team. And then you see here, they lost another guy in meanwhile. So 5 blues versus 4 reds. We lost whom? Maximus is still there. No. Whom did we lose? No. Not sure. Can't remember. Bad memory. Okay. We catch up while we're watching TAC view. Okay, letter ball on monkey. Probably very good chance to. Yeah, here we go. Over the hill. On hot money. And money's done. Oh wow. Fire the right moment on money. Up there we have only Kupner, and down here Maximus with now no SD10. No, still has SD10 under his wings. Not fired yet. Kupner. Only 2 IRs. Facing Anku. Let's see what happens here. Anku is there. 5 miles. 4.9, 4.8. Nobody's firing. He just wants to pull the missile, I believe. Well done. He's defending an SD10. Wow. Just notched it. You saw that SD10 flew by. Dizzy with the next shot on him. Kupner defending, but not successful. Wallace fired also an AIM-120 on Dizzy. Dizzy trying to notch it, and she's successful. And Maximus is still there. 1 versus 5, trying to pull these guys who were this side of the combat zone, because in case Blue wins, needs to fly longer distance back home. But I don't think that all these 5 guys gonna chase him. They probably send 1 or 2 home, and the rest will do the job. Or not. We will see. Okay, Maximus decides to turn into the enemies, revealing his place with those countermeasures, probably to invite them to fire missiles. And is he doing... He's probably out of fuel at this moment and doesn't hope to stand around. Or why is he not firing that one SD-10? Yeah, 4.4 miles away from the target, which is diving to notch that SD-10. SD-10 was not effective, and then in the meanwhile Aspen took Maximus' lives, and then 5 blues are going to go for landing. And we can change to TAC view of round 3 and see what we have missed. So here we go. These are the moments we watched together. Very patient and careful flying from both sides. I had the feeling that the Gryphon fired more, but as I was checking the missile stats, I didn't see so many for sure. There were 27 ERs. Fired by J-11s. And ETF was only firing on high altitude flying targets. As we see here, they probably fire for Kubner, who is flying very high, if at all, and go and try to pull missiles by these actions. You see the same thing here. They go close, even the fire, or just go like this and come back without firing anything. Like Breeze also showing that he's going to fire, but he doesn't, and come back again like Anko. They just want to pull the missiles off. reduce the speed a little bit. 3 times of speed. Still 6 versus 6. Maximus recognized the hot flying electro ball, keeps him away with the chance to hit. So anytime soon we're gonna have the first casualty. He did a perfect job up there, notching Kupner's active missile, and then here we lost Breeze. That's the moment. He got close. He just pulled another missile. I think he went into the ground. Yeah. I lost the fight to the ground. Okay. But we had the balance anytime soon. This is going to land very soon. While we're watching the TAC view still. Yeah, here. It could do. This is what I'm really wondering. We don't see Gryphon doing serpentine much or enough. They could do better defending those missiles, especially that one was not that harmful. The next one is here. Luigi goes down to Lasky's SD-10. Easy, make sure that he keeps Maximus away and on distance. Electro Ball on Money. Yeah, and here we lost. Yeah, we lost. Chakram was facing 2 of blue. And Dizzy did a great job notching that missile. And then Anku and Kupner. Anku didn't fire. Left it to Dizzy. Dizzy with a good shot. Kupner was really, really good notching it, but was not successful enough versus the second shot. And then look at that, how easy the AIM-9 goes for countermeasures. And these are the last moments of the third round. When Dizzy lands, Disneyland. Yeah. What she does. Then we're gonna have 2 points, 2 rounds for ETF and 1 for Gryphon. We will again do a short break. I will not wait till everyone is gonna land, just because it's gonna take longer. Busy just landed, and it's enough for the win of this round. And this way, short intermission as always. I'm gonna change the track files. Gonna be back in about 3 minutes. Stay with us and see you in the round 4 of the match between ETF versus Gryphon. This is SATAC 2025, and this is 81 Banana, your host tonight. Stay with us.
Running a dedicated DCS server can be complex, time-consuming, and expensive. And after all that effort, you still might not get the smooth, seamless experience you're looking for. That's why virtual pilots and virtual squadrons choose MasterArm as a ready-for-immediate-use solution and for peak efficiency. With low latency, high stability, and uncompromising performance, MasterArm ensures that every maneuver, every decision, and every shot counts. Stay mission ready. Fly with confidence. MasterArm has your 6. Get your server at www.masterarm.de.
position.
القاعدة انتهت المهمة والعودة إليه.
Okay, welcome back to round 4. Oh, again, I forgot to correct the round number here. Round 4 or 5. So far, ETF is made to win 2 rounds. Round 1 and round 3, Gryphon did a comeback in the round 2 and pulled it into a draw till the beginning of the round 3, and has still a chance to win the next 2 rounds and win this match, while ETF has only let's say ETF only needs 1 round to win. So if ETF wins this round, this is going to be the end of the match, and they will take the 3rd place in the SATAC 2025. But Gryphon needs to do a comeback again in this round to be able to draw this match into the round 5. Welcome, Arsam. Hope you enjoy it. And while we're waiting for the teams to take off, I would like to thank all the sponsors. You're seeing their logos in the picture slideshow. Lot ADC, Magnitude 3, Heat, LAR, Eagle Dynamics, with all those prizes, and also the support. We want to thank also Orbix, providing the Cola map, and for sure the Master Arm, who is providing us with the servers, several number of servers we were able to accommodate matches in parallel on. If you're looking for a dedicated server for your team, just go to masterarm.de and see what they can offer for you. If you want to fly with the team, you want to have their own private server and run missions, PvE, PvP on that. Doesn't matter what you want to do. Whenever you need a server of your own, you can get it in a form of managed services, ready to fly, worth having a look. So, meanwhile, Gryphon now changed to the blue airport, takes off from Tbilisi. Kupner is still on the runway, the last guy in the F-16. Flew a great 3rd round. And he's the last one taking into the air. So with that, all 6 blue are airborne. Kubner again in F-16, Luigi also in F-16, Chagrim and Cygnus Barnes in their Falcons, and probably we have here Maximus again in J11 with Money in F-16. So we have one J11 this time, like this third round on the blue side. Let's see if there is changes on the red side. Lasky, Electroball, Breeze, Anku. No changes so far. Aspen and Dizzy, right? Yeah. And they're the last 2 ships airborne from the red airport. Do you think that we're watching or seeing a 5th round, or ETF is gonna do this one and take the 3rd place in the tournament? Very nice close formation between Aspen and Dizzy. You see the other guys flying very high. The contrails should be visible also in the stream that you're watching. I see it here. So here we have also 6 reds airborne. With regards to the formation, I see no changes here. Okay, Luigi took off a little bit later, or is it slower? I don't know. I thought Kubner was the last one, but these guys took off from 2 different runways. We have 2 runways here, so we were focused on one and we didn't see the other one. So probably Luigi was the last one who took off. Again, I don't see the skin. I hope I'm not to blame. As I said, there are AVAXs here, but there is no data link to AVAX. AVAX is only there for the ground GCI. And to counter that effect, teams usually flying very low to avoid being detected by opposite AVAX. Red is the first ones who get into the bubble. Blue follows, and then the battle area should be contested now. the number of active missiles each airframe is allowed to take is restricted to 4. That's why, if you're not familiar with this tournament, that's why the F-16s are all taking 4 active AIM 120 Charlie missiles. These are Charlie ones, and 2 M9s to infrared seeking missiles or heat seeking missile. For the JF-17, it's no restriction because this airframe is restricted by nature, that he is able to take 4 SD-10. So pretty good or advantageous condition for JF-17 flying teams when it comes to the firepower, because the number of the missiles are kind of balanced between them and F-16s, but SD-10 can be fired from a slightly far distance, especially in the high altitudes, and be still effective or more effective. So Breeze was the first casualty of the 3rd round. He went into the ground by defending a missile, which was very pity. Me personally don't like maneuver kills to watch them. Maximus again in J11. He flies almost everything very well, but also a flanker guy. Okay, everybody is dropping, even though there is no missile in the air, but these guys cannot know that because the GCI doesn't see the missiles. He sees only the airplanes, and he can't tell if there's a missile in the air, and the teams are not taking targeting pods with themselves, so they're dropping to be on the safe side and also be able to get closer to the enemy's lines, and maybe also stay safe. Here from a lower altitude, probably Breeze was diving, gaining speed. He is 600 knots and 26,000 feet. So he just pulled the trigger on high flying Luigi. Breeze has had an eye on high flying targets and was always spending missiles to just pull these targets down. and interfere. And deny their actions. What is this 120 is doing? Wasn't for Breeze. Breeze is lower. Ooh. What is it doing? What is she doing? It's probably for no one. Now she's for Dizzy. It's ridiculous. Okay. Dizzy is dive in for something miles away. Nope. She's good. This is good. No casualties so far. Everything is all right. This SD10 shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. It can be that Signal Partners turns into that all of a sudden and then defend late. He's over the hill. Down there. There have been countermeasures. And is gone. Is gone. Here he goes. Breeze looking for high flying targets, and Luigi's the one. Okay, from 28,000 feet altitude, who is it for? It's for Breeze. They found each other. Luigi and Breeze are having an eye for each other. He goes cold, flies away 550 knots of speed. And R27 again from Maximus, he turns his airframe away this way. The R27 is not being guided. It's just like the third round. Teams were very patient. Some missiles just to keep the other side low and away. But then all of a sudden things happen. Okay, we just lost someone up there that I missed was talking. So we lost one Gryphon. Koopner. We lost Koopner up there. Okay. Is this a bad omen? Chagrim and Lasky. Chagrim is good, I believe. I believe he's good. Let's see. I don't know why we see always the missile from low. Ooh, he did not a good job defending it. He's still flying. He's still flying. What happened? We saw the missile exploding. Okay. You don't even see any damages. Okay, signal harness on Aspen. He turns away from the target. Instead, Joggerm is facing an SD-10 fired by Lasky on him, who is flying directly into that SD-10. Is not reacting or reacted very late. He didn't react at all. How could it be? How could it be? Maybe he thought that this missile is coming from very far away. And then here down here is 3 versus 3. The hotspot is up here. Aspen, Lasky, Electroball, sorry. On signal harness. 3 versus 1. Here Breeze got very close to Money, or vice versa. Money decides to turn away, not to face 3 people at the same time, waiting for Maximus to join. Luigi is coming to help. He was just about to go to help signal harness, but just decided to come here and help these guys, which is, yeah, I don't know why, but maybe they trust Ignis Barnes doing that all alone. Aspen has enough missiles. Just fired 2 SD-10s. Lasky also fired 3, has still 1. So Sparnus has the order to pull these guys away. Now Luigi decides to turn back and engage with these 3 guys, while Maximus is busy firing SD-10 on Breeze while defending another SD-10 from the other side from Dizzy. Now Money is a problem, in danger. He needs to fly over from that SD-10. Breeze sent on its way. They're not doing serpentine a lot. They just fly away. And sometimes it's good, sometimes not. You see how close the missile got to him. Look at that. Missile was really close, and it could be really harmful. Oh, meanwhile, we just lost another blue who were attempting to fly to north to help Ignis Barnes, but Electroball took him down, and now he needs to decide which side he needs to fly to. Aim 120 from Money on Breeze. Breeze has 2 missiles coming to him. No, the SD-10 was for Anku, probably. And then we lost again. We lost Maximus here. Ignis Barnes at the edge of the combat zone. Got caught by Aspen. And here, down here, Money needs to engage 3 red guys. Let's check the missile stage. State of missiles. Missile state. He has enough. Oh, he has targeting pod this time. Okay, I'm not sure if Money was taking or carrying targeting pod. First time he has only fired one missile so far, so has enough. But Anku and Breeze should also be equipped with active missiles. Yeah, they have 4 in total. And the engagement, big engagement is probably here. Aspen, Cygnus Barnes. Are we going to witness another merge tonight or not? Ooh, the SC-10 is flying through the target. The target is there. And the SC-10 is probably going to the mountain. Here, Aspen goes for a shot, lofting the missile. And here we go. And the bandit is down, I believe. Oh, he's at the edge of the bubble. Here. And he's dead. He couldn't fly over this red line. And here Money is still alive. But to be honest, guys, I don't see any chance for Money versus 6 ATF guys. This is domination. They dominated this round, and it's a matter of time when Money get caught here. Fires one of those 120s while defending that ST-10. He's flying quite high, 22,000 feet. And dropping now. This 120 is for Breeze. Breeze is confident. Defend late. Needs to serpentine. Yeah, what he does. But oh, wow. I saw it hitting. Oh, wow. What does Anku have to offer? ST-10s. Is he gonna fire on a cold target or trying to get more altitude and then place a more sophisticated, deadlier shot? Money is pushed into the edge of the bubble. Electro Ball is coming to cut his way. Then the only way he can go is towards the bullseye where Dizzy's waiting for him. So it's very important that Electro Ball comes and block his way somewhere here. And he is very fast, over 500 knots at 34,000 feet of altitude and still climbing. Yeah, coming to cut the way. And Money is also high because he knows if he wants to fly away, he needs to be high to be fast. Now he's sick of cat and mouse turn into the enemy to also fire one. I would fire on a higher target like Anku, but it's very difficult to just go 180 degrees and then turn away safely. Yeah, he does that. Look at that. That missile was not for Dizzy. That was for Anku. Well done. Very good one from Money. I liked it. And now Anku didn't count with that. A cold target managed to pull a shot on him. Wonderful shot. And Money makes to pull two SD-10s from the red, which increases his chance to survive for even a bit. Lateral wants to make sure that he is there, so that the only option for Money is to just turn into his friends. Anku is still busy with that 120, but is safe. And this is Money. Flying Money. Low on the deck. Is Anku firing anytime soon? He's not even burning. Saving fuel. Dizzy Eater. They don't need to rush. Money fires another aim 120. These guys are wondering how many missile Money still has. And that was the last one, 120. So the SD-10. If Money survives this, he can get into the close fight with Dizzy. Is he managing this? Seems like. And he has another one from another ball coming from high altitude, but he's also good with that. Wonderful. Money. Best player, I would say, from the blue side in this round. And ETF hasn't even had one casualty this round. They sent two guys for landing. Aspen and Breeze go for landing. Platzer Ball high with one SD-10. A matter of seconds to fly that one. Come on. Needs to fire. Now it's a bit too late maybe, because the target is in a notch position. But nevertheless, he's so high. Yeah, look at that. He's so high. I don't see any chance for Money to get away from that. He is also slow. That's the problem. Slow and unstable. Is he managing? Unbelievable. He managed to vertical notch it. I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes. Next one. Come on. Oh, is facing that missile. Yeah. All six still flying. The probability that none of them makes back home is very low. And I don't think that we are seeing a fifth round. Let's move over to the attack view. And watch what we have missed. Breeze and Luigi were quite busy with each other. Luigi wanted to pull down the high-flying objects from the other side, which this time was Dizzy, and Breeze was doing the same thing on their side. I think we lost Kubner here. Yeah. I don't know if he went down to the missile or crashed. Sometimes the attack view is desynced. I think it was a hit. I think it was a hit. And then this is the hit we saw as Lasky fired on Shock Rem. Hit but had no effect. Aspen also unsuccessful. I have also experienced these kind of hits in the official match and our trainings. It's a full hit, but nothing happens. So, very strange behavior. Okay. Let's see what we just missed down here. So we have Aspen going for Landon. So we don't want to miss it. Here we lost Luigi and no, that was not that scene. Should be later. Here probably, yeah. That moment. Oh, and on cage. Aim 9. Second one too. And he went down. Money and Maximus down the combat zone, facing Breeze and Uncle together with Dizzy. 2 versus 3, and here Maximus went into the ground. Oh no, and left money alone, and we saw what happened to Cygnus Barnes up there. Probably you can't remember here. He was facing two guys. One here was the Lasky with that shot, and then the second shot was the closer and better one. And then the rest was money. Just increase the speed. While we're watching the first ETF pilot's landing, which is Aspen. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna happen, and with that, I think it is not too early to change the blue score and the final score of the match for the third place of SATAC 2025 tournament. ETF 3, Gryphon 1. Both great teams. Tonight ETF was better. Gryphon had some moments. Lost some airframes to crash. Has also had ETF 1 in one of the rounds. But nevertheless, great fight. Especially in the second and third round. We had a lot of close combat scenes, which usually, most, let's say, exciting part of the air-to-air combat. When you get close, see the enemy, you see the missiles flying, you see the maneuvers, you see the countermeasures, and they produce exciting scenes. You won't have a round 5. I'm not sure if you're sad or happy. Probably late at this time, some time zones. So I just thank you for watching this together with me. It was a pleasure bringing that to you. And this is the last stream, even though it was not live. And it was a replay from the SATAC 2025. Looking forward to the upcoming Cold War and modern SATAC tournaments. Stay safe in the virtual skies, and till soon. Have a good time.
Top Gun 556, fly heading 040, maintain 16,000, report field in sight. Bandit 02, follow the F-14, cleared for visual overhead approach, runway 24, contact the tower at 6 DME at 3000.
Alpha Bravo from 207.
13 miles. Fox 1, Fox 1.
Oh, Jesus.
Go 20.
Okay, sweet.
Copy both flags.